Hey, world builders, welcome back to Build Together. This is day 106. Today's prompt is, does your world have monasteries slash nunneries? If so, what are they like? This one was a lot of fun for me. I actually dug into a little bit of some language stuff. Like I was trying to figure out the suffixes for, a house of a place or a place of something that we use so commonly, and they come from Greek. And so I was trying to convert them to Abaki, my sort of Hebrew-inspired language. And so I have a Chembet, bet being the suffix commonly used that in Atovia that derives like from this trickle down Abaki inspiration as it has kind of like flittered through all the other languages. So Chembet is a sort of like a house of warriors. This idea came from an excerpt actually from The Wise Conduct of the Crystal Guard, a book that sort of details the many escapades and actions of the Crystal Guard. There's this little ideological tale that Oscari, one of the Crystal Guard members, one of these famous wizards, took a bunch of Norin trees and constructed this house and put within it a bunch of like weapon racks and armor stands and simple beds and rooms, and he called it Chembet, a House of Warriors. And now we see a little bit of these sprinkled throughout the continent, but the most well known would be the Sundered Chembets. These are where Sundered priests go to properly train in all of the ways of the Church of Hormuz, and specifically the Sundered people. Often, too, in the Sundered's case, it's not really a house of warriors, it is just a house of learning. Chembet has come to be more of a broad term for a house where a place where you go to train in any kind of discipline. And the sort of opposite end of this, or the tangentially related, would be like a Chembet, which is where you would go to train something, sort of mastery of a job or potential living. So one is the mastery of sort of a practice, be that meditation or knowledge or religious practice, and the other is for mastery of craft or a job of some kind. And the Sunder Kembets are where they learn, they study the life of the Sunder, they study the Book of Nefiquatus, the holy books of the Church of Hormuz, as well as plenty of the writings and sayings of the head priests that have come before they are released into the world to live a life of sacrifice. Does your world have any monasteries or nunneries? And if so, what do they look like? Thanks for building together.